Kā jau dzirdējām, arī Amerikas Savienoto Valstu vēstniecība atbalsta šo konferenci un, protams, arī gan Sabiedrības par atklātību Delna, gan citu iestāžu darbu Latvijā cīņā pret korupciju. Tāpēc man ir tas gods aicināt atklāšanas uzrunai Amerikas Savienoto Valstu vēstnieku Latvijas Republikā Kristoferu Robinsonu. Please, the master, the floor is yours.
Labrīt. It's so good to see everybody this morning. Excellencies, colleagues, all the participants. I think the fact that you're all here and we have so many people participating online, honestly, it really inspires me as the ambassador that Latvia's continued commitment to fighting corruption remains very strong. So thank you for your participation today. And I also wanted to say a particular thank you to Director Straume and Executive Director Tarini for their leadership and continued leadership on this important issue. You've had enormous success. I thank you for your dedication to advancing Latvia's fight against corruption, so thank you. The United States Embassy is very proud and honored to co-sponsor today's event, marking International Anti-Corruption Day. It's a day that calls on all of us to reflect, to unite, and to reaffirm our shared commitment to fighting corruption. This year's campaign holds special significance, commemorating the 20th anniversary of the United Nations Convention Against Corruption. It's a moment to celebrate our successes, even as we recommit ourselves to continuing the hard work of combating corruption. The title of today's event, I think, frames this issue perfectly for all of us. Corruption is a threat to global and, frankly, Latvian national security. This is a point I made in my recent article in Delphi this past week, that we must treat economic security with the same urgency that we place on military security. Economic security includes addressing the vulnerabilities created when our economies are influenced by corrupt actors. Given the geopolitical challenges facing the United States, Latvia, and our democratic allies today, these efforts are more important than ever. I'm profoundly inspired by the strides that Latvia has made in its fight against corruption and money laundering. We've witnessed remarkable, incredible progress. The Latvia of today is not the Latvia of 2018, and I think all Latvians can be proud of this hard-won success. The United States has been proud to be your partner every step of the way. We've provided technical expertise and assistance and training to strengthen Latvia's law enforcement agencies, the judicial system, and regulatory bodies. In the past 3 years alone, our Department of Justice team, in partnership with U.S. law enforcement agencies, has organized over 67 workshops and training engagements for Latvian partners that have included nearly 300 prosecutors, 350 law enforcement officials, and 120 judges. Our two nations have worked closely together on joint criminal investigations, resulting in convictions in several countries. Our joint endeavors help us exchange best practices and intelligence to combat transnational corruption networks that threaten our security. Yet even as we celebrate Latvia's remarkable strides in combating corruption, we recognize that our collective journey is far from over. While Latvia today stands as a testament to strengthened institutions and resolute efforts to tackle corruption, we must do more. The timely conclusion of major corruption cases continues to pose a challenge, perpetuating a perception that some public officials can elude accountability. This erosion of trust between citizens and their government frankly casts a shadow on the progress that Latvia has made. Likewise, the many agencies detecting, investigating, and stopping corruption face stark personnel and financing gaps even as the challenges grow. Furthermore, Russia's renewed aggression in Ukraine has heightened the need to defend ourselves against any vulnerability, whether military cyber, or economic. The Putin regime is actively working to make Latvia fail in its anti-corruption efforts. Moscow seeks to exploit corrupt networks to create instability and opportunity in a NATO ally. Sustaining the momentum in the fight against corruption is not just an issue of good governance, but it is a critical component of safeguarding national security. Amidst these challenges, please know that the United States stands steadfast as Latvia's friend, partner, and ally. Our partnership transcends mere rhetoric. It is deeply rooted in shared values and a commitment to fostering transparent governance. That is something our adversaries can never match. This is the sort of robust international partnership that the fight against corruption requires. After all, transnational organized crime, corruption, and money laundering know no boundaries. Collaborating across nations is not an option. It is an imperative for all of us. Together, we have the collective strength to dismantle these nefarious networks with cooperation that transcends law enforcement and brings in government agencies, civil society like we have today, the private sector, media, and international organizations. These collaborations bolster our collective resilience against the evolving tactics of corrupt actors. We must also combat corruption at home. Let's keep working to strengthen oversight bodies and promote transparency through initiatives such as open data policies and whistleblower protection mechanisms. President Biden likes to say, democracy doesn't happen by accident. Likewise, the fight against corruption requires purposeful action. Your presence here today, and again, thank you for being here and participating, is an example of purposeful action. Each of you plays a vital role. Government makes law, law enforcement uncovers wrongdoing and enforces law, the financial sector ensures transparency, NGOs advocate for accountability, and the public vigilance holds us all accountable. I urge you to persist in your collaboration and advocacy as your work contributes significantly to creating a more transparent and just society, not just here in Latvia. Again, Latvia is a leader on this issue, and your effort contributes to our global efforts. Your commitment and efforts are pivotal in achieving our shared goals against corruption. So let me finish by taking this opportunity again to thank you and all your organizations represented here for your partnership with the United States in this shared fight against corruption. I wish you a successful and productive collaboration today and beyond. Paldies.